Hey everybody, we're politically correct. I'm Everett the Democrat.
I'm Carlos the Republican.
Today we're going to be talking about the presidential elections, the candidates, and basically what's kind of going on there. And yeah,
We're a little late on that.
just screw it, let's do it anyways.
Let's peep this out.
Okay, so now we're going to go over all the candidates and basically what they stand for. So who's the front runner for the Republicans right now, Carlos?
That would be Donald Trump.
Wah, 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 Donald Duck, he's my little pal.
Not a prank.
Not a social experiment?
Ethan Bradbury is not behind this.
I'm Ethan Bradbury.
So
Alright, who's the front runner for the Democratic Party?
that would be Hillary Clinton.
You can call me Queen Bee.
I know, kind of surprising.
Very surprising.
Yeah, it's just, it happened.
You know what? Girl power. Let's do it.
Yeah,
Whatever.
why not? And honestly, the best candidate right now who's not really getting enough attention, his name is Bernie Sanders.
Every little thing gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry.
Honestly, he's the best candidate out of all of them.
He's really, right now he is the best candidate out of all of them.
Who's second place in Republican Party?
Oh. Zodiac Killer.
Ted Cruz. There we go.
Ted Cruz, yeah.
Zodiac Killer, Ted Cruz. I
Ted
almost
Cruz,
forgot about him.
Who's third right now? Who's just like trying to keep Donald Trump from getting all the delegates?
I think that'd be I had John something. I always forget his last name. It's right here. John Kaish.
Quiche? Quiche.
Kash. No, that word in that last part ish is I in German.
The point is nobody cares. And so
Yeah,
now
nobody cares about him anyway.
Anyway, so who are the ones who dropped out of the Republican Party? Because the Democratic Party's been too for a while now.
Yeah, it's been Marco Rubio.
You can pass any law you want, criminals ignore it, because by definition, they're criminals.
Are you still there, Senator? Criminals don't follow the laws on burglary and on murder and on auto theft. But those laws
And we
still,
prosecute those.
I think most people would say those laws are fairly effective.
Oh yeah, I remember him. Little Marco.
Little Marco, no one loves him. And I think it's Ben Carson.
Oh
Ben
yeah.
Carson, yeah.
The one who allegedly stabbed his brother.
Another youngster angered me, and I had a large camping knife, and I tried to stab him in the abdomen. Unfortunately, he had on a large metal belt buckle under his clothing, and the knife blade struck with such force that it broke, and he fled in terror.
Yeah.
Or no,
allegedly.
close relative. Allegedly.
But then again, like, there's also a ton of theories that it's like he's all just doing it for attention and it was a lie. But it doesn't even matter anymore. He's not in the race, so who cares?
Doesn't matter anymore. The one thing that is funny about him though is he believed that the pyramids were built for Joseph to store grain. That's just like he said that in his college graduation. I think it was pretty funny.
My own personal theory is that Joseph built the pyramids in order to store grain. Now, all the archaeologists think that they were made for the pharaoh's graves, but it would have to be something awfully big when you stop and think about it. And I don't think it would just disappear over the course of time.
So now we're just going to talk about the bigger candidates right now. I think top 4, top 5, and we're just going to the ones that are still in the race and just give a more detailed description of them.
Yeah, Ted Cruz I think has almost no attention on him right now. Even John Kakashi or whatever.
Quiche.
Kakashi Sensei.
John Quiche. Get it right next time.
Kakashi Sensei. John Kakashi Sensei.
Naruto!
Sasuke!
Okay, so anyways, so I'm going to talk about Donald Trump.
You're really beautiful.
Right. Yeah, if you want, go ahead.
Okay, so basically what's happening with Donald Trump and the Republican Party in general is it's just a struggle for delegates. So Donald Trump has the most delegates by far right now.
I think he has a couple super delegates, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's pretty impressive, but the only reason the other two Republicans are still in just to keep him from getting all those delegates and then to have a big meeting of Republicans where they'll actually decide who the nomination for the Republican
Donald
candidate
Trump
will be.
loses the nomination, they're only there just to make sure that they can steal it real quick.
Yeah, steal it real quick. Anyways, so Donald Trump, he's basically this billionaire on and off again, like billionaire who's been in debt a lot. He's a bad businessman, tries to act like a good one. So many failed businesses, you could probably fill like a couple of small countries.
But I'm very disgusting. I mean, both inside and out.
But then again, like, he's so rich, even his failed businesses don't even affect him that much.
His failed businesses don't matter.
Part of the beauty of me is that I'm very rich.
He's not a Grammy president for the money, obviously, but...
No, but like...
For the power, for sure.
For the power.
Pardon all of his friends.
So, now, would you like to talk about Hillary Clinton?
Don't know much about her other than she's just girl power.
Yeah,
like, there's not much to talk about her.
First female candidate
like,
who's
made it
this
far.
Yeah, pretty impressive.
But then again, like,
claps to her.
I don't like a lot of her stance on a lot of things. But you know what? That's my opinion.
That's your opinion.
That's my opinion.
That's your opinion.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna talk about him. He's my favorite.
Cruz.
Let me
Ted
talk
Cruz?
about my favorite.
Go ahead. I was just saying his name.
Okay, so my favorite is Bernie Sanders, and Bernie Sanders, he's like, lots of people get scared by him. Honestly, me and Carlos, we both said earlier, we think he's the best candidate, and like lots of people don't because they're scared of the words that he used to describe himself, which is socialism, more specifically democratic socialism, which he just like that basically just means. And along with socialism, just not to the extreme of like communism or socialism. He just wants not like extreme equality, like civil rights and everything. But he wants to like his main goal is economically lessening like bringing down Wall Street, the 1% and the like lower class, bringing them closer together, making a bigger middle class, and just kind of generally like making our entire economy more fair for everybody. Which I think is a really like noble kind of cool thing to do. I think he's great. But
I think it's kind of like an extreme thing to do, but like
it's an extreme thing to do, but it's necessary. I feel like because our country is just
hopefully if he makes it, he doesn't die before he can do it all.
Yeah, he might die in presidency. He's pretty old. Anyways, so
who do you have next? I think it's
Zodiac Killer guy. Oh,
Zodiac Killer. He's the only one left.
Teddy Cruz.
Teddy Cruz.
No, we got Quiche, right?
Oh, John.
Oh, no. Nobody cares about him. Nobody cares about Quiche.
Dude.
Oh, okay. So,
John Smith or something. I don't know.
Anyway, so who's Ted Cruz?
Ted Cruz. You know him, you love him, big chubby guy.
No, he's not. He's kind of chubby.
Pretty chubby.
Anyways, he's like very pro gun control.
Okay,
I think, right?
Don't make fun of his weight. Actually, he can't control that. It's not like he's nothing you can do about that. Just leave him alone.
Leave Britney alone. Anyways.
Leave him alone.
Okay, so now we've already given our
Get off my face.
Okay, so now we're gonna give our opinions for who the worst candidate is. So who do you think the worst candidate is right now?
Donald Trump.
What's the difference between a wet raccoon and Donald J. Trump's hair? A wet raccoon doesn't have $7 billion in the bank.
Donald Trump?
I feel like you know what? Yeah, no, Donald Trump.
Maybe you could tell me what you think of this fact.
I like that.
I feel like that too. I just feel like he's such a threat because like if you think about it, Ted Cruz is like search and destroy. Like he has a very specific thing. It would be horrible for foreign relations because he's not like great on that.
And, like,
but Donald Trump is just a loose cannon. He will do whatever he wants.
Oh, you dirty boy, you! Oh! Donald, I thought you were a gentleman.
Like I feel like Donald Trump is like really honest.
Sure.
But like brutally honest, and then like Hillary Clinton is such a liar that nobody trusts her about anything.
But like
Bernie, everything he tells the truth because like he
called him. I think they believe him because he literally called himself a socialist on television, and if he's not doing it for the giggles, then he's pretty serious.
Again with Ben Carson, he's not doing that for the giggles, stabbing people.
Ben Carson stabbing people for the giggles.
Was it funny?
Decide to make an entire like living on cutting people open.
Here's what we think should happen. Actually, I think California should just secede.
Just secede California. Don't want to deal with them.
They need to do that.
If Bernie Sanders becomes president, I'll be happy.
Then we would have Jerry Brown as our president, which wouldn't be that bad.
Wouldn't be horrible. I wish it was still the Arnold Schwarzenegger times. We could have him as our president, our almighty.
If we keep the same
almighty Austrian dictator.
If we keep the same American Constitution,
then he can't because he's Austrian. I know.
Yeah.
I know. So
I actually wrote a couple reasons about why California should succeed.
Never too much information.
All right. Assuming that somehow California prevails in the legal/political/war, wrangling gains independence, the Republic's first order of business would be almost.
That's enough of that. Okay, so now we're gonna do our political word of the day.
That was on that paper, actually.
Wow. Oh, okay. So now we're gonna do the political word of the day, and okay. So
actually, can I dress up for the political word of the day?
Yeah, you actually can dress up for the political word of the day. He'll be right back. He's just dressing up for the occasion.
Alright, let's try a new trick on
our
channel. Let's try a new trick. New editing trick.
No.
Come on. 3,
no.
2,
no.
1. I like editing. That's cool.
Okay, anyways, so,
word of the day, Everett. Tell us about it.
The political word of the day is actually, delicate... You read it.
Political word of the day is delectatory judgment. A judge's statement about someone's rights. For example, a plaintiff may seek a declaratory judgment that a particular statute, as written, violates someone's constitutional rights. There you go. That's our political word today. Bye.
If I decide to run, I'll have the great pleasure of voting for the man that will easily go down as the greatest president in the history of the United States. Me, Donald John Trump.
Yes.
Well, Rosie O'Donnell's disgusting. I mean, both inside and out. You take a look at her, she's a slob. She talks like a truck driver. Well, probably I'll sue her because it would be fun. I'd like to take some money out of her fat ass pockets.